Okay, hello. Welcome to my review manga chapter comparison of See, I said reaction because I'm planning to read the chapter and then I can react to the new content. Um so welcome to my discussion slash manga chapter comparison of episode 1108. The corresponding chapter seems to be 1076. So I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I'm leaning towards just reading the chapter. Even if some things were moved around, I don't think like I'm gonna hold back today. I just wanna, you know, who's with me? Who's with me? Yarodomo. Let me see here. Oh my gosh, 1076 is here, and then it's just like the most recent chapter is 1116. So that means we're so close. We're way too close, guys. If I were to start trying to catch up to the manga and I read at a measly pace. Wait, let me just see here. 116 minus 76. 40 chapters. If I read like it would if I read 4 chapters per week, it would still take me 10 weeks to catch up. And every week a new chapter comes out, so it would take me more than 10 weeks. They're going to have to do a fuller arc sooner rather than later, or they're going to have to put the show on hiatus. I wonder what they do. I'd be happy either way. I would love to watch One Piece filler. But I also wouldn't mind some time off for everyone involved. Oh, not every week. More like 3 chapters a month. Oh, that's not bad. I mean, it's still more or less. Oda takes a week off every month, as he should. I think that the anime deserves some time off. Maybe that's why they announced, the One Piece remake. Because maybe they'll take a long time off and then they'll start with the One Piece remake, in a couple of months. Imagine. I doubt it. Not in a couple of months at least, but I mean eventually they're gonna have to. I'd say be careful when turning the pages because there's some hype stuff coming and you don't want to spoil yourself, but if you want to catch up eventually, just read. Well, today's chapter, I'm just gonna read it. Like 1076, right? You can read it safely. It's the rest of 1075. Oh, pages 1 to 2, and then 8 to 9 of 1076, and then the first 2 pages of 1077. So there's quite a lot out of 1076. Whoa, look! The cover of 1076. That's so beautiful. What is that? Sanji's pants. I think the zoom in on Frankie's crotch is in honor of this. That's really beautiful. Wow. Oh, that's so amazing. I love this. I put a poster of this up in my room. Oh, I love it. Okay, so wait, the rest of 1075. Nah, let's get more episodes with a couple of minutes of reaction shots. What do you mean? Okay, so this is where we left off last week. Who said you could do this? So she says to the Seraphim to stop, but then she doesn't stop. She just shoots a laser at them. In the anime, she stopped for a second and then kept walking and then shot the laser, which I thought was good. Why? It doesn't make sense. I'm Vegapunk, right? She won't listen to orders. And then Usopp falls to the ground. That traitor. It's not supposed to work this way. Can we hit back? Komusme. Shaka, come in, Shaka. It won't work. Our communications are down. Don't even joke about that. You know we can't beat them in a fight. We created them to be the ultimate form of humanity. Oh, you were making a joke. Instead of a filler arc, just add more reaction shots to the episodes. Oh. Wait, Sky's outside. Hello. Just what you want to do? What you want to do? I know you. Okay, I think she wants to jump in there. Or just walk around. I don't know what's your plan. What's your plan? Jump. You never have a problem jumping on my legs and scratching me, so don't have a problem now. Come. Okay. So, command room, building A. Help me out, Luffy. What is it? Huh? It's you. Whoa, so it just goes from we created them to be the ultimate form of humanity to Zoro calling for Luffy. So we didn't get to see him kind of like grab those two. It's you. It's Hawk. It's Bear. Stop. Whose orders are you following? Is that going to stop them? They were going after CP0 too. If I let those guys get slaughtered with handcuffs on, it'll leave a bad aftertaste. Hi, Mike. Okay, wait. Ah, they're not obeying orders. What? If they're not obeying me, that would mean that Vegapunk gave them their orders. So does he mean like the Vegapunk, like Stella, or does he mean another one of them? Because Lilith said, I'm Vegapunk. So it's a bit, they're all Vegapunk. A Vegapunk, okay. Okay. And if the downed radio and being trapped inside the barrier were all planned from the start, then someone is trying to kill us all. So someone who was already inside. Can I just quickly open up my One Piece notes? One Piece. Didn't I have a screenshot or something? There's 6 Vegapunks. Where? I want a picture of them or a list of them. Didn't I screenshot it or make a list? Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't look like I took note of them, but it's fine. I'll take a look after the episode. If someone can maybe send me a screenshot of all the Vegapunks. I thought I did too. Kill us all. You Seraphim think we're a big joke. Straw Hat, Rorona. What say we hit pause on old scores and team up for a bit? Take off these handcuffs and we can help. You don't seem to like that. They extended this scene really well in the anime. I really liked how they did that. And I really liked that we got this whole big focus on these two faces. It's so funny. They're like really disgusted with that idea. Like, but then of course, Luffy trusts them to just put the handcuffs back on afterwards because it's Luffy. Once again, I just like to point out that this is an absolutely gorgeous visual. I love that so much. I want this as a poster. Where can I get it printed? And then you have to be careful with how big you print it because it'll lose quality. Save. Okay, anyway. From 1076, the first 2 pages until Mihawk does the attack. Then page 8 to 9, the ones with Vegapunk trapped. Can't I just read everything? Just this once? I'm gonna forget. It's a whole other week before the next episode. And I forget things. I forgot that Borsalino was on the way to Egghead. If we take off your handcuffs so you can fight, I can't possibly see you submitting to them again. Now that's just not true. Once we're clear of the present danger, we'll play nice and go right back in the cuffs. Nice? Nice sounds good to me. He's lying. He's obviously lying. And then S-Hawk, zwish. And then zwish, zwam. Huh? Was that the power of the dice fruit? See, Ronoa? Are you going to lug us around every time we need saving like this? So I just read like that corner. And I was saying the same thing. Like, I don't see how they can do this. Because Zoro doesn't want to let them die in cuffs. Because that would leave a bad taste in his mouth. But he also can't fight while protecting them. So I think the only option they really have is to let them go. Every time we need saving like this. May I ask what missions brings you here, CP0? Just read the full chapter. Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay, be careful of spoilers. I'm just gonna read. It's just, I haven't read a chapter like this. Because remember, a few months ago, I read 1 chapter in advance. And people were kind of mad. But I mean, it's been months. So I think I can do it one more time. And then just deal with the repercussions. There's a whole week before the next, another week before the next episode comes out. So I'm just going to read it. But be careful if you don't want to read with me. Just come back in maybe 20 or so minutes. Or 30. Because I'm going to discuss it as well. So maybe just come back for Genshin. Sorry for the unplanned chapter read along. So I'm just going to try and read it without thinking about it too much so that I can still, you know, be at least a little fresh for the anime reaction when it comes around. So, what mission brings you here, CP0? The assassination of the Vegapunks. Not to his face, Lucci. Come on. Okay, Cherry's gonna read with us. Yay. So they're just, he admits to his face that, they're here for the assassination of the 7 Vegapunks. 7 Vegapunks. Which, that includes the Stella. And there was Lilith, Pythagoras, the good one. What is his name? I almost said Kaku. I forgot his name, but doesn't matter. The good one. York. Oh, his name's Shaka, yeah. Bye, Dark Shadow. See you soon. Who else was there? I just remember right now Lilith, Shaka, because they're good and evil, or good and bad. Pythagoras, which his head is running around. York, which she got shot with. I'm sure I wrote it down because I still wrote down like good and all the stuff. But it's not here. It's just about Robon. Shaka good said in the past, blah blah blah. Seraphim, I wrote down which Seraphim there is and which Seraphim they might have later. Yeah, please post an image of the 6 Vegapunks, because I can't remember them now. It's like I'm missing something. Or something got deleted. Can't be in, maybe it was in my notebook. Maybe it was in my notebook and I never changed it over here. I don't even know where my notebook is because it's full. So I just closed it and put it aside. But okay, Booty is going to post a picture. So I presume you've got something in store for Stussy as well after she betrayed you. Okay. One Piece chat. One Piece chat. Oh, how could I forget her? So she's, what is she? She is a, but there, here we go. This is has the names too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have Atlas the Violent, Edison the Thinker, Shaka the Good, Lilith the Evil, Pythagoras the Wise, and York the Greedy. Oops. Well, I like all these pictures. This looks like an old school anime. I really like this style. Like Captain Planet or something. This is also really nice to see them. This is a chapter cover page. And this has the Stella on it as well. Okay, but this is important. But I don't think it could be any of them because she was shot by York the Greedy. But what if, what if she was shot on purpose in order to look innocent? Because it's like she was turned to stone. She could just be turned back easily. Pythagoras the Wise, he lost his body. Shaka's face is being hidden, and that is always suspicious to me. He's the only one who we can't see his face. Although, I mean, their faces are kind of hidden too, but not really. Their eyes are visible. Shaka the Good. Because you know why I think that is just because sometimes... no, it can't be that. Atlas the Violent. No, I don't think it's any of them. It has to be someone else because someone has been trapping the CP ships, when they were trying to leave. So could it... The most suspicious one, and I don't think it's any of them, but if it had to be, could just be Shaka. But he's the good. But like, what if he's one of those, those types that are good to a fault? Like, I'm doing this for your own good. So then they end up doing bad things, but they think it's for a greater good. Like, I'm just thinking that's the only possibility where I could see it could be one of them. But I don't think so, actually. I'm just trying to say, like, if I had to imagine it was one of them, I don't know. But I don't think so. It could be... I mean, there's so many people in this huge lab. It could be someone we haven't met, so... I don't know. So here we go, Cherry. Since you and I are reading the chapter for the first time, I presume that you've got something in store for Stussy as well after she betrayed you. Yes, she will pay the price. For the love of... Are you trying to ruin this for us? And then someone screaming. That scream was Nami. I bet all 4 of them are raising hell in here. How many people we gotta protect on top of the Vegapunks? Helmet. Cuff keys. I'll let you make that call. Just be sure to protect the Stella. After we've stopped all 4 of them, you better not go after my friends and the Vegapunks. Just because you can't beat me in a fight. Got that? Just because you can't beat me in a fight. So but he basically saying, I'll let you out so you can take care of yourselves. And like help us with the Stella. I mean the Seraphim. But I'll beat your ass if you go after my friends or the Vegapunks afterwards, basically. I think Luffy is saying that. Don't be stupid. These guys aren't going to take that bait. That's just fine with me. You're the one I mean to kill before anyone else, Straw Hat. And once you're out of the picture, know that all your friends will be dead soon after he took the bait. So then the Kuma, he basically saying, don't be a loser, Lucci, more than he already is. Oh, wait, let me read that again. After we've stopped all four of them, you better not go after my friends in the Vegapunk just because you can't beat me in a fight. Oh, the emphasis is just because you can't beat me in a fight. Ah, I see. So he is baiting him. I see now why it was bait. Everything is bold, so I didn't put the emphasis just because you can't beat me in a fight. Got that? I see. So he did take the bait. So then the Kuma Seraphim says Ursa, and he blasts a little paw, but then they get out of their handcuffs. Ursa shock. Gear 4, Gomu Gomu, sorry Bonnie. Oh, because he's attacking her dad. And then this is going to be pretty epic to see them fighting side by side, even if for just a short while. Kongan. So where's... I see. I have to look carefully because there's so much going on. But it looks so cool to see them next to each other. And he's in Gear 4 form. This is going to be wild. Lucci, Luffy, and Zoro Kaku working together. Yeah, I'm excited. But I mean, I kind of felt like that is a possibility. I didn't know if Luffy would trust them, but I mean, obviously Luffy would. It's not even that he's trusting them. It's just like, this is kind of the only decision they can make in this moment. But I was super hype in my head to just think of, imagine them fighting side by side. Not because they, kind of like Sanji and Zoro fighting side by side. Like, it's not going to be this epic, happy team up, but it's going to look insane, you know? That's cool. And then here at the bottom, we see, let me just turn it like this. Oh, there we go. Zoro over there, Kaku over here. This is going to look insane. I can't wait. No wonder they're taking a week off because they want to animate this. I love Luffy's confidence. He's like, we can always beat them up later. It's like Impel Down with Luffy working with Crocodile and Buggy. But that was a little bit different because number one, it's Buggy. He's Buggy. And Crocodile has already been, okay, well, I guess Lucci has already been beaten by Luffy too, but they were kind of like middle of round 2. So they have to put it on pause. Like, it's not like, you know, we defeated you and now we need to get out of Impel Down together, because Crocodile and Luffy weren't mid a fight in Impel Down, if that makes sense. So now they were kind of mid a fight. They are. Not kind of. They totally are. So it's even more crazy. Plus, I still think, yeah, seeing Lucci and Luffy together and Kaku and Zoro, it's on a whole nother level. So then we just see them fighting Kuma and S-Hawk. And then inside the lab, please give us food. It's been 2 months without a real bite to eat. Will we ever get out or will we die here? We came to investigate Egghead 2 months ago and were just about to leave the island when Sea Beast weapons attacked and drove us back here. Then the other Cypher Poles who came to look into our disappearance ended up in the same situation. You'll forgive us if we assume that you were the one behind this, Dr. Vegapunk. Sorry, I had no idea. To think that all of this was happening on Egghead, right under my nose. That means trouble. And it explains one other thing. There shouldn't have been any way for the government to find out about the poneglyph research happening here. Base G9 has left port. The moment they were at... Mike, you can edit that part out of the reaction, please. But the moment they went to hear base G9, like just a base or something, they showed some ships leaving. I was just, in my head, so excited to see Garp again. I was hoping we could just get a glimpse of where they're headed, but it was more about, that puts the total fleet heading for Egghead at over 100 ships in total. So that's who's heading to Egghead right now. Yeah, I was excited for Garp. I'm always excited for Garp. And also that cute blonde girl, and Helmeppo and their whole vibe. I'm just excited for them. Okay, well now I can see why I might have had to wait. This is fucking huge. This isn't just like, oh, there's some things you might not want to see. This is huge. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, now I kind of get it. Oh, but I don't care, but I care, but oh fuck. I won't forget. I might forget about it in 2 weeks. Like I might forget that it's coming, but I know that it's coming. Like, cause this is not bad to me. Like seeing them team up. Oh well, I knew that was gonna happen. I can't wait to see it animated. But I could have been spoiled, so at least now no one can spoil me. Just the other day, I was talking to someone. I don't remember who. Someone was watching my reactions to. Yeah, I'm gonna be so hyped. I'm gonna be so excited for when it happens. I was talking to someone who was watching my Wano reactions. It might have been Doji or Not Me or someone from the Waifu Wars chats. And they were saying something about they're at the part in Wano where Shanks makes his, annual appearance. And I was thinking, like, I wonder if it's actually even once a year that we get to see Shanks. And excuse me, but I turned the page again. I'm not even reading it yet. And I turned the page and, okay, are we going to read it? I'm going to read it. You can also be spoiled the next 40 chapters too. Better read them as well. Yeah, I should have known when Mugiwara told me to stop at a certain page. I should have known. Because you usually want me to read. Okay, but I'm just going to read it. Okay, Cherry, let's go. We're reading together. We spoiled ourselves together. But we didn't spoil ourselves because it's the manga. It's the source material. Manga, manga, manga. Okay, on an island in the New World, in a bar at a little port along the coast. Take me with you. I don't take hot-headed little kids on board with me. Nice try, Squirt. It's just like the start of One Piece. Aww. Learn when to give up, hon. You're going to upset our captains. I don't care. I want to sail with him. Hey, Captain. He actually attacked us. The younger fellows are squabbling now. What do we do? This is bound to turn into a fight. Can't tell if his timing's the best or the worst. Just when we're about to set sail, too. I think I spent a bit too much time talking. But you can't blame us for wanting to catch up when old friends who thought each other dead are reunited. Our enemy must be furious. Yeah, ha ha ha. That's rich coming from you, Beck. Who do you think he's mad at? We sail. Are we fighting? I'm so confused. Wait, it's up here. Is there going to be a war, Shanks? I won't let this island be a battleground. Oh, what a stud. I don't want to see major harm come to this place. Will you help me with that, Dory and Brogy? And isn't Kid on the way here? This feels like like a spin-off. Like we're supposed to have a spin-off around here because it's like completely on that side. Sure thing, brother. Yeah. You gonna fight the red hair? Akagami. Before we leave, I need you to go ask something. From Captain Kid, sir? What is it? Oh, is that who they were talking about when they said... Can't tell if his timing's the best or the worst. Is that who they were... He actually attacked us. That's who they were talking about. Is that kid a giant kid? He looks like a giant kid on this page. Yeah, send this message. Do you want to fight me here and now or leave your road poneglyph and flee? Make your choice. As if, wait. Huh? Kid has a... Whoa. Make your choice. Okay, sorry, I'm reading and thinking and then going back and checking and thinking again. Okay, but now I'm after Shanks says make your choice. I'm turning the page. Warland Elbaf, New World. Seems the ships along the shore and the ones lazily shooting at us all belong to pirate crews working for Akagami, the Emperor. Each one of them is known and feared. And then, I don't know, there's a throb here. The last time we never even got an audience with Akagami himself. Instead, we got beaten to a pulp and you lost your arm. He lost his arm to Shanks? We didn't know that. Wait, when he was introduced, did he have an arm? Thank you, Modru, for the gift sub. In the Wano prisoner mines, he said that. He had one in Shabondi. Post time skip, he didn't have an arm. Whoa. So when he was introduced, he had an arm. I barely remember. I remember the faces of all of them who were introduced, but I don't remember if all of them had arms. Like, oh, I didn't check which one of you have your limbs attached. Who has a peg leg? Like, I don't think about stuff like that. But then, okay, so after the time skip, he lost an arm. And in the Wano prisoner mines, he mentioned. So did he mention that he lost his arm, or did he mention that he lost his arms to Shanks, or his arm to Shanks? It was said that he fought Shanks and lost his hand, but now it's revealed they didn't even fight. Oh, they didn't actually get an audience with him. It was just to his fleet. Okay, that's why he has the metal gauntlet post time skip. Okay, I don't remember that from the mines. There was too much going on in Wano. Oh my god. The last time he never even got an audience with Akagami himself. Okay. And you lost your arm, and then he laughs because he has the devil fruit, the smile fruit. He still has that affliction, right? They won't stop at an arm this time. Stay away from them. It's the captain. We've been dying to see you, captain, and you, Beckman. Okay, so these are maybe people of part of their fleet. I don't recognize them though. Nice outfits. We wanted to pay our tribute. You know we don't do that. They'll take your life. Ha ha ha, maybe so, but only if I lose. It's Akagami versus Akagami, because they both have red hair. Oh my god. Oh my god. And so can I read the first 2 pages of the next chapter? Yeah, I understand now why they did really well with the adaptation. They extended the right scenes in the right way. And they left I think the Luffy and Lucci, Kaku and Zoro team up is going to be, like, they can do a lot with that. And then, yeah, they could do a lot with this too. Oh my god, Cherry, how do you feel? Because I'm just here like, Kid versus Shanks, Law versus Blackbeard. Oh yeah, that's also happening somewhere. Holy crap, when was the last time we saw that going on? Oh my god, there's so much going on. Because it's actually so cool the way that, from Wano, they each went their different ways. And that Luffy ended up here on Egghead. Kid is going Elbaf side and he's going to meet up with Shanks. Almost a fated meeting in a sense because of him losing his arm. And then Law went that way, or I'm not sure But anyway, Law went another way and he ended up facing Blackbeard. Cherry says, I'm having a similar reaction. I literally gasped out loud. Oh my god, I did not expect this level of... I just thought, the current stuff we're seeing is gonna... I don't know. I did not expect this. They want to adapt the Shanks stuff and the team up in the same episode, and probably it's gonna be a top tier one, yeah. Like the first half could be the team up and the second half could be Shanks. Because they can't make a full episode out of the Shanks thing because... I don't know. Okay, so I can read the first 2 pages of the next chapter. So now I'm just on 1077. And it starts with, listen up all of you. So Sentomaru is saying this. I want every one of you to get off the island. What are you talking about, Sentomaru? I don't understand. What is happening on Egghead? Why did you deploy the pacifistas all over the island? Years ago, a place called Ohara banished from all the world maps overnight because they dare to defy the world government. So then there's just a refresher. The island of Ohara, home to the world's largest historical library, committed the crime of attempting to decipher the poneglyphs, an act forbidden by the world government. And we have a scene by now. Soul, he's still alive, right? I didn't forget that. I forget a lot, but I didn't forget that. I mean, I can understand why Oda wants to put a recap in the manga because it's been years and years. So, okay, although he did mention it in an earlier chapter when Vegapunk went to the island. So I guess we don't need a recap, but it doesn't matter. But you know what I was thinking? You know what, it would have been a cool twist? I mean, another timeline. I'm happy it didn't happen because, Robin is part of our crew. But a little part of me wishes, just so that Robin didn't have to go through all the pain and suffering she did, a little part of me wishes that, imagine if Vegapunk found her and kind of like raised her as his own, because he took the research under his wing and hid the research that he saved from the government. If only he could have found Robin and like kept her safe all these years. But I mean, I'm glad things worked out the way they did. But I just feel like, imagine if that would have been so much suffering spared for Robin. Like in another world, another timeline, I wonder how that would have played out. Who would Robin have been if she didn't have to go through a lot, So unexpected. I'm guessing we have to wait 2 weeks for this episode, and knowing me, I would have probably gotten spoiled on Twitter. I haven't been on Twitter much, so I don't think there was an opportunity for me to be spoiled. But I don't care because I don't really consider myself spoiled if I read it from the manga. The only thing that's spoiled is my anime-only reaction, and that's not a problem for me. That's more so a problem for people who watch my reactions. But, well, some people, not everyone cares about it. But it's just one thing. Like, it's not like I'm going to keep reading the manga right now. Okay. If they're trying to kill Punk, who has the biggest brain in the entire world, they probably concluded that he must be erased, regardless of the cost to scientific progress. Which means that something even worse than what happened then could be about to happen now. I don't really understand why it's worse. Like, I think their island's gonna explode, your island might explode, but I guess from a viewer's perspective, outside perspective, maybe they're not just, they're not just gonna blow up the island. Because I guess they realized the research back then wasn't fully destroyed. So they're going to make sure now. So that's what he means by worse. I'm just going to go... I'm going to tell them to go watch your manga read along. Then literally get your reaction here. Exactly. And I'm extra super hyped to see this animated. So I think that my excitement is just going to make the reaction even better. Because I keep saying it. If I were to re-react to One Piece with the amount of investment I have in the story and characters now, my reaction would be even better than before. Because the first time you watch something, like, my head is kind of like reeling and trying to make, and like this and that. And like, I'm more like trying to take it in. The second time I watch something, you look forward to stuff. You have an investment in it. You're 10 times more excited. So I'm just saying, I think re-reactions to One Piece would be so awesome. And in the same way, you know, after 2 or 3 weeks when this episode finally airs, I might not have that shocked reaction that I had in this video when I read it for the first time. And I turned the page and there was fucking Shanks. But I still think that I'm going to be so excited to just see it animated. Especially, I think with the Luffy and Lucci and Kaku and Zoro stuff, because the animation there, they could do so much with it. Yes, I'm not going to be surprised to see Shanks, but I'm going to be excited to hear him. And to, I mean, it's not like I look at every single detail now, so it's going to be still amazing to see it animated. Yeah. Kizaru and the Gorosei guy, the one, he is on his way. They're on their way. There's a lot going on. I forgot about Law and Blackbeard, Kid and Shanks now, Luffy and everything on Egghead, Garp and Helmeppo going to save, who has, wait, doesn't Blackbeard have Kobe? So it's going to be Law and Garp and Blackbeard and Helmeppo, Kobe, everything going on there. Wow, it's going to be so great. There's so much. I want a movie. You know how Demon Slayer does an arc or something, and they make it into a movie, or they take a few episodes, I guess, and then I need a movie. At least 2 hours. Excellent manga read, and it doesn't bother me if you're reading it. It bothers other people who don't want you reading it. Yeah. The sad thing is that they're manga readers too, some of them, and half of them end up spoiling me with hints and trying to make me excited for things, or saying, oh, you don't know what's going to happen. So I'm just like, it's fine. This one time is fine. Just add a clip of today's reaction in the anime reaction. Yeah, I could do that. I could just, when the anime comes around, I could just, oh, then my mom could, wait. Sorry guys, just give me a second. I want to call Hanku. Is it calling? Okay, well. Say hi, chat. FaceTime failed. Ugh. I'm sorry, my mom's flight is only at 4:45. Bring or here. Done. Okay, at least then I'll be able to see her. Anyway, I think it's a good idea for me to, because literally it was so cool because I was reading like double page like this. Oi. Why did it open up on Hunter x Hunter? I was literally just on One Piece. Thank you. So I was reading it like, wait, let me just go to the previous chapter again because I'm on the wrong chapter. Now it's just loading. What volume is this? It's so freaking difficult to stay anime only. My brother says every week. No, but the latest chapter really is the best one so far. But he's biased, so I could resist his excitement. But recently my boyfriend read the One Piece manga because my brother told him to. And he's not biased on One Piece or anything, and you keep saying how insane the last few chapters are. That makes it so difficult. Everyone around you is reading it, like in your day-to-day life. I can't. At least no one in my real life reads, One Piece or even watches anime barely. So my point is, once I turn my phone off, I don't even think about stuff like that. I can just, enjoy One Piece every Sunday and then go on with my life. Even I haven't been on Twitter much, so I don't really see people. I'm not even really at risk of being spoiled at the moment. But your brother, your boyfriend, like talking about it around you, I can't imagine. I would not be able to hold out if I was you. I don't think so. But even for me, I'm gonna admit to you, it's been getting more and more difficult. But this last week, I've been more seriously considering like how many chapters would I even read, and like if there are people who are gonna like leave my Patreon if they want me to be anime only, like could I deal with that, stuff like that. I've been really considering more seriously considering this stuff. So anyway, what I wanted to say was what happened was we go from literally, okay, it's not 3 pages, but it's 3 swipes. We go from Luffy, Lucci, Kaku, Zoro. We turn, okay, then we see Vegapunk and what's happening to him because he's been missing. And then one more turn, boom, Shanks. Like this. But they can definitely, this can be half an episode. This we've seen, and this can be half an episode. I'm so excited, so crazy. You could make manga reactions Patreon only too, right? Yes, that's probably, I would make them like, at the very least, I'd put them like a month in advance. Like, patrons get access 1 month in advance, and then maybe the post becomes available to anyone after. So I could do something like that. But I don't think it would stay Patreon exclusive, just like an advance, because I don't know. It's being difficult at all levels. I'm reading the manga and Facebook keeps trying to spoil me with leaks. That's true. But I've never been spoiled on leaks. So I think the chances of me being spoiled on manga stuff is higher than me being spoiled on leak stuff. But still. Just seeing your reaction to Shanks there, I don't think manga reactions would be less hype. But a lot of people prefer anime ones. Wano and Egghead have stepped it up as an adaptation. But that just makes it better. Like in terms of the story, yes, I can only react to something once. But in terms of the adaptation and how they choose to do things, like there's so much discussion to be had there. There's so much excitement. Like they swap things around, or I mean, they extend scenes. They've been extending scenes really well. So I don't know. I thought today's episode was great though, and I thought the chapter was so exciting. I really didn't think, like when you guys said, oh, I shouldn't read the chapter, because all the time I shouldn't read the chapter because every now and then they leave some pages out, but it's not stuff that big. Oh my god. Okay, but in the anime, true, the anime gave us Frankie's crotch shot. The manga was too scared to. That was so hilarious. So in the anime, is Shanks in the opening? Is that why I couldn't watch the opening? Maybe I can watch the opening now. But okay, so we had this really lovely. Why did he tell me? Why is he telling? Sorry, guys. My mom is on the way to the airport because of her mom's. She wants to help plan her mom's funeral. And now Hanku told me the plane is only going a little bit later. So I thought maybe he could bring her here. But now he says, no, it's too soon. So why did you tell me? And my freaking iPad keeps auto-correcting my Afrikaans to English. Like, in the wrong way. Like, I want to type coffee, which is coffee, and then it makes it kitty. Why? Hello, Sal. Happy birthday for yesterday. That was so random. I was like, why am I looking at Frankie's crotch right now? I thought it was so funny, especially because yesterday I was watching an episode of Dungeon Meshi, and one of the characters was like lying down on. Someone told them to basically like lie down on your stomachs, and then they were lying down, and then you could just see like right up, you could see his underwear. It was so funny. Oh, I was talking about the episode. I thought what they did here with everything regarding Boa, it was really good. And it gave me that feeling that York must have had, like, ah. But then she was turned to stone, so good extension there. Good extensions here. Like, I didn't feel like anything was dragged out at all. It was really exciting, and everything was kind of like just a pleasure to look at, with the exception of that one moment when it was focused on Boa, and it kind of like jumped to all these different, like her eye, her mouth, her head, her eye, her mouth, her head, or something. That was so weird to me. But I mean, one single flaw in the whole episode is not so bad. It focuses obviously a lot on their arms and hers and S-Hawk's. Their reactions to their Kaku and Lucci's reactions to Luffy and Zoro's reactions were so funny. I really liked that. And then it went more serious over here for a bit, and we found out where Vegapunk is. And it's like, who the fuck is doing this right now? Who put Vegapunk here? He was with Bonnie. Who was around? Who's been doing all of this? York? Where was York? When Bonnie was with... When did York... Like, I'm literally trying to think, could it be anyone we know? Or... No problem, Sal. Thank you for the sub, and I hope you had a very nice birthday. Auto-translate knows that two things you love most is coffee and cats. Oh, no, it didn't say kitties. It said kiddies, like kids. Hi, kiddies. You kids. But kids, too. Kids and cats. And coffee. It's my life. So, yeah, I think all the episode extensions were really good. I would give the whole episode a 9.8. 9.5. Because I'm scoring Shanks in my head now, too. But 9.5. The Shanks part, though, if I was actually... When that episode comes around with the Lucci and Luffy and everything, that's going to be a 10 out of 10 episode. It's going to be. It has to be. Would the Seraphims really attack York after if she was giving orders? If she wants to hide that she's the traitor, because she could just be turned back. She's not killed. Remember, she did Mero 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 on New York, and then she used the laser on the rest of them. So my point is, if I wanted to hide that I am a traitor, the easiest way is to get caught up in the mess, in the scuffle, right? So like yesterday, there's a filler episode of Dragon Ball where two guys were scamming some places and they were working with Inoshikacho, and then to prove to the villagers that they weren't scamming them, they burned the Inashikacho. So my point is, that's just an easier way. But I mean, it could be that, I don't know. I'm just literally trying to think, if I had to give a reason or a likelihood of each one of these, could it be her? I don't think so. She got blasted in the face by Lucci. Whoever it is not on Lucci's side, because the Seraphim are also targeting the CP0 and all the. So if it's a traitor, the traitor is against the government and against, I don't know, maybe they want to make a new government. Like, I don't trust the government, I don't trust anyone. I don't know. I can't think of anything. It's too weird. Like, they've been trapping the government people, but at the same time they're trying to kill everyone on the island because of including Lucci. I'm so confused. It's not Lilith, because that's too obvious they're evil. No. Where Edison is with Nami. Atlas, who's with... What if the traitor was Kanjuro again? Kanjuro! Oh gosh. I so wish I was watching One Piece weekly or reading it when the whole Kanjuro thing happened. Okay, but anyway, I'm gonna end it here. Don't forget the Cherry and Sanji thing. Oh, Cherry, I just wanted to ask you, so I wasn't really going to put this in a video, but so few people watch up to the end of my reviews. I might as well mention it now. So Cherry, and actually everyone, but I'm just always curious about Cherry's thoughts. So last week, apparently, oh my God, why? Oh, here. Last week, apparently, there was a scene that I thought was funny, and then I moved on with my life. But then Modru said in the chat, in the live chat, people on Twitter are freaking out about this scene. And I was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't take it seriously because I didn't really think there would be that many people freaking out. I mean, there's always people freaking out, but I didn't think it was worth mentioning, right? But then I saw more and more people talk about it and be mad at it. And I thought a little bit more seriously about the scene. But then I came to a certain conclusion, and I talked to someone about it in my DMs because they mentioned something in the One Piece chat. So let me just read what I wrote on the notes. So during this episode, there was a scene where Sanji was barking. Basically, he's simping for Stussy. Like, arr, arr. In the manga, there was a joke about him being her dog, but he didn't bark. But the anime just extended the scene a bit, like they've been doing for lots of scenes, and in my opinion, it was funny and in line with Sanji's character. It seems, however, that a lot of people didn't like it at all. At first, I brushed it off when I was told about it during my review, but I saw more and more fans being upset. I chatted with someone and shared my thoughts, so I'll just copy and paste the last part of the conversation here. So I was just chatting, and someone said, Bob said, Toei likes to take every opportunity it has to stretch things. And sometimes it's done really well and sometimes it's not. But I mean, recently, the way that they've been extending scenes, especially like today we could see again, they're really good at it sometimes, sometimes. Not in the past per se, but. And so Bob says, that was in character with Sanji for me. I can see him doing that. To me, what Toei is doing was worse. Sorry, I can't. This is difficult to read. Let me just read it from the beginning. Toei likes to take every opportunity it has to stretch things, and that was in character with Sanji for me. I can see him doing that, lol. To me, what Toei is doing worse is with Kuma going up the red line. I'm really disliking them milking that because they're kind of stretching it out. He keeps climbing. Oh, shoot him down. Oh, Toei. So they're kind of stretching that. So he's just giving his opinion. People feel that Toei is disrespecting Sanji, like he never did anything worse than that. And I said I agree. I find it funny because to me, nothing could be worse than the Khalifa moment when Sanji was having tea with Khalifa while Robin, we had to watch Robin be dragged by her hair. Like, didn't she bite with her teeth down onto, like, so to me, nothing could ever be worse than that. That is my least favorite Sanji moment. Everyone told me to write it off as a joke. Like, oh, it's just comedic relief. Sanji having tea with a woman. Don't take it so seriously. And somehow this crosses a line for Sanji fans, but that I was supposed to write off the tea thing as a joke. So I wrote in the notes, during Eni's lobby, I didn't like Sanji's lack of urgency to save Robin. Even if he didn't want to fight Khalifa, I felt he could save time by avoiding her and going after someone else with a key. He stopped to have tea with and simp for Khalifa. Like, that's his character. He's a simp for women. If he's faced with one, he couldn't even like pin them down and take the key. It's not even about smacking them. He's like, he simps. And it sucked to see him simping for her while Robin was being dragged off. People defended him saying it was just for comedic purposes, so I just don't understand how Sanji barking crosses a line for them. In the manga, he just made the dog joke, but he didn't bark, but it doesn't matter. He's done worse. How is this such a big problem? I was wondering if Cherry felt differently or if she could put it into perspective. I don't know. Because, yeah. I thought it was funny. I thought it was cute. Because it's like, like he doesn't have a sense of urgency to save the Stella, but they're walking, they're looking, and he's just going arf arf. That is comedic relief to me. The Khalifa thing was way worse. I've been fed up with Sanji simping a long time before this, so that episode just added to my erg factor. The woof woof thing felt more like a Denji Chainsaw Man thing. I think actually it's a very recent thing where guys being like these kind of dog-like loyalty, that type of simping, I think it has been entering the anime sphere more and more. At least what I've noticed. But, I don't know. It's in character, but people love to complain about how Toei makes Sanji look worse while also making Zoro look better somehow. It's a weird fandom moment. But, I mean, they were joking about him getting lost the whole time 1 or 2 episodes ago. They both have flaws. People get mad too easily. You may not like it. That's fine and fair. Just move on. It's a small gag. Not like they ruined the character forever or something. Yeah, I think, I guess maybe that's more or less, I guess who I really want to talk to is people who are actually offended by that. But I guess I don't want to talk to them because probably they're just looking for a reason to be mad. That's what it boils down to. It's not that it's actually a bad scene or it actually makes Sanji any worse. They just want to be mad. Because, I don't know. Oh, just FYI. You guys know that I'm playing One Piece Pirate Warrior 4, right? I've mentioned it before. And I'm currently in the Dressrosa. No. I've passed the Dressrosa arc. I'm in Whole Cake Island. So it's been really fun to relive the story again. And I've watched, Luffy run up to Sanji and Sanji kick Luffy, and then Robin slapped him and seeing him like be sad with the pudding stuff. It's been so exciting to kind of like re-experience that arc in playing format because, I've been playing with Sanji and Brooke recently. And I even got to play with Carrot. Oh my god, Carrot's character is so much fun to fight with. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. Same here. If they never got mad about Sanji's flaw before, why does it bother them now? The barking was funny for me too. People probably think he's being submissive in a fetish kind of way or something. Else, I can't imagine why anyone who has watched One Piece this far with no problem and they're offended now. I think there's a lot of people that anytime Sanji doesn't look good, they get offended. But I guess in the same breath, I was just annoyed by the fact that the same people who told me to just write off the Khalifa T simping, like, oh, he's simping for her, he's not focusing on Robin, oh, it's just comedic relief, it's not that serious. Those same people who told me to brush off that are now mad because of the barking. And it's not literally the same people, because I don't remember who every person I had a discussion with back then, but I just mean these extreme Sanji fans. You know, they had a problem with me back then, but now that's the problem. Now they can't write it off as a joke, even though I was supposed to write it off as a joke back then. That's what bothers me, I guess. If Oda put that scene in the manga, I don't think people would have minded it. But it was in the manga. He said something about a dog. There was a dog joke in the manga. In the anime, they just made him bark. He said, I'm your dog, and then he barked. The bark was just added. It's the same joke. It's just extended. But anyway. So thank you guys for watching my reaction and listening to my review. I'm not sorry that I read the chapter. It was an insane reveal that I didn't expect it to be that kind of spoiler. But it's not a spoiler for my experience because I got to see Shanks. And I got to like turn the page and there he was. And it's like, it's so exciting. So I'm not sorry about that. But at the very least, I can tell you, don't worry. I won't do it again anytime soon. I'm not planning on reading the manga. I might start next year, though. I can't make any promises that I won't be able to. Okay. So, yeah. Thank you for watching, and I will see you not next week, but the week after that. So I have 2 whole weeks to forget about everything. Bye.